Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Yellow lady. Kill. Focus, defense, focus.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Let's go, baby.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Mike 54. Better breathe. Smooth. You better breathe. I'm letting you know right now, you better breathe.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Gets this to his standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, Haywood.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Sammy.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 yards, good enough for a first. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what you're...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Newton's pass is on target to Moore, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett, the rookie with a carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Mike 5-4. Let's go. 53. We got to step it up. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Opposite. 54. Mike 54. Go. Come get some.
Breeze now on first down. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 down. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
You don't want it. Hey, watch that. Check Mike. 50. Bravo. 54. Oh, you got deep? Mike spot 4. Tonight.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Cook with a first down and much more. And this is Cook with a grab. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Set. 180. Check my 47. I got it.
This is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing, but I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Play action. Breeze. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Davis now to return it. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable here for Davis. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. K1 short. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas.
Complete to Michael Thomas. A big gain on the play.
Ready? 95-56. Let's go, let's go.
A 10th carry for Kamara. The 20. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run here. It's Murray. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's got his target. That's more. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check. Gun. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On first down, it's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Aaron Lynch make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Third and long, it's Newton. And he's going to go down again. Demario Davis, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Josh Hawkins with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And all the way down to the 37. A big play there out of Kamara. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, now. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Open man is Samuel, complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Newton has the hook up here to Hogan. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Newton. Kiko Alonso coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready. Yellow lady, 13. Let's go.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.